Listen. Look at me. Stop what you're doing. There is a freight train barreling down the tracks of education, and you are standing right in the middle of them, meticulously laminating a worksheet. This train is called artificial intelligence. You've heard of it. You've probably rolled your eyes at it. You might think it's just another piece of tech jargon, like synergy blockchain, that you can safely ignore until it goes away. Here's the bad news. It's not going away. This isn't a fad. This is the new electricity. And the message isn't that a robot is coming to take your job. No. The truth is far more mundane, and frankly, a little more insulting. Someone who knows how to use this tool is coming for your job. That person might not even be a better teacher than you. They might not have your experience, but they will have something you don't. Time. They will have an assistant that never sleeps, never complains, and can generate a dozen different lesson plans before you finished your first cup of coffee. They will seem like a superhero. They will look like they have it all together. And you, with your stacks of papers and your late nights, will look like you're running a race in slow motion. The gap between you and them will widen. It won't be fair. It won't be right. But it will be real. This is not a distant, futuristic problem. It is a 2025 problem. Right now. Today. Your students are already using it. Yes, yours. The quiet one in the back. The overachiever in the front. They are using AI to write essays, solve math problems, and brainstorm ideas for their science fair projects. They are swimming in these new waters, and if you're still on the beach yelling about the dangers of getting wet, you've already lost them. They need a lifeguard, a guide, someone who can teach them how to navigate these powerful currents safely. If you don't know how to swim yourself, you are just a well-meaning person shouting from the shore. The urgency here is not about keeping up with trends. It is about professional survival. It is about remaining relevant in the lives of the children you've dedicated your life to helping. Ignoring AI now is like a 1990s taxi driver insisting the internet is just for nerds while the first Uber app is being coded. We all know how that story ended. It didn't end with the taxi driver getting a gold watch for his loyalty to the old way. It ended with him wondering where all the customers went. Don't let that be you. Don't get left behind wondering why your classroom feels so quiet. So, what is this terrifying job-stealing monster really? Let's be clear. Right now, for you, a teacher, AI is basically a very, very smart intern. It's an assistant that can handle the grunt work that drains your soul and steals your weekends. Think about lesson planning. You need a lesson on photosynthesis for your 7th grade class. You need to make it engaging. You need to adapt it for 3 different reading levels. You need a hands-on activity that doesn't require buying $1,000 worth of equipment. That process could take you an entire Sunday afternoon. An afternoon you could have spent being a human being. Imagine this. You open an AI tool. You type, create a 50-minute lesson plan on photosynthesis for 7th graders. Include a warm-up question. Include a simple explanation. Include an engaging group activity using common classroom materials. Include a 5-question exit ticket. Provide 3 versions of the explanation for advanced, on-level, struggling readers. You press enter. Within 30 seconds, it spits out a complete plan. Is it perfect? No. It's a first draft. It's a starting point. But it's not a blank page. It just saved you 3 hours of administrative drudgery. This isn't about letting a machine do your thinking. It's about outsourcing the tedious parts so you have more brain power for the important parts. You are still the expert. You take the AI's draft and improve it. You add your own story. You tweak the activity to match your students' personalities. You rewrite a question to be more thought-provoking. The AI does the heavy lifting, the foundational block and tackle work. You provide the heart, the wisdom, and the critical human touch that no algorithm can replicate. This is not cheating. This is leverage. The risk of not doing this is brutally simple. Burnout. You will keep spending your precious finite time on tasks a machine can do in seconds. Another teacher uses that reclaimed time to have one-on-one conversations with struggling students. Meanwhile, you're stuck at your desk, reinventing a wheel that has already been perfected and automated. You will be working harder, not smarter. Eventually, you will run out of gas. Your passion will dim under the weight of clerical busywork. The job you once loved will feel like a relentless chore. That is the real danger. Let's talk about grading. Grading. The Sisyphean task of modern education. You push a boulder of essays up a hill all weekend, and on Monday morning another pile appears at the bottom. It is a time-sucking vortex from which little light escapes. You know that fast feedback is crucial for student learning. A student who gets a paper back the next day is far more likely to absorb the comments than one who gets it back 2 weeks later, long after they've forgotten what the assignment was even about. But how can you possibly keep up with the workload? You have 150 students. You're only one person. Here is where AI can be a game changer. Imagine you've assigned a short response question about the main causes of the American Revolution. Instead of reading every single response from scratch, you can use an AI tool to do a first pass. The AI can quickly scan for key concepts. Did the student mention taxation without representation? Did they bring up the Stamp Act? The tool can group answers, flag common misconceptions, and even provide initial feedback on grammar and spelling. This doesn't mean the AI does the grading for you. It means it does the sorting. You still hold the red pen, or let's be honest, the digital comment box. But now, instead of spending your time circling the same comma splice for the 40th time, you can focus on the substance. You can write a thoughtful comment about the student's argument. You can address the specific misunderstanding that the AI flagged. You can spend your energy on high-level feedback, the kind that actually helps a student think more critically, instead of getting bogged down in low-level error correction. The alternative is the status quo, and the status quo is failing everyone. It's failing you because you're exhausted, and it's failing your students because they're getting slow, tired feedback, if they get any detailed feedback at all. By refusing to use these tools, you are choosing to remain a bottleneck. You are choosing to make your students wait for your guidance. An AI-assisted teacher can return work faster, provide more targeted support, and still have the energy to teach with enthusiasm the next day. Who do you think the more effective educator is in that scenario? It's not a trick question. Every teacher knows the reality of the classroom. You have 30 students, different needs, different backgrounds, different learning speeds. In a perfect world, you would have a personal tutor for every single one of them. You'd have someone who could re-explain a concept in a different way for the student who didn't get it the first time. You'd have someone who could provide advanced, challenging problems for the student who finished early. But we don't live in a perfect world. We live in a world of budget cuts and overcrowded classrooms. And so you do your best to differentiate, but it's an impossible juggling act. AI can be that personal tutor. It can be an infinitely patient, endlessly adaptable learning companion for your students. Let's say you're teaching fractions. A student is struggling. You can direct them to an AI tool that can explain fractions using a pizza analogy, then a sports analogy, then a music analogy. It can generate hundreds of practice problems, starting simple and getting harder. It can provide instant, step-by-step feedback when they get a problem wrong. This is differentiation at a scale we've never seen before. It pushes every student to their personal limit, not the limit of the middle of the class. This isn't just for students who are struggling, it's also for your high flyers. Instead of telling them to read a book or help someone else, you can challenge them. You can use AI to generate complex, multi-step word problems or introduce them to advanced concepts related to the lesson. AI can act as a guide for an independent research project, helping them find reliable sources and structure their arguments. It allows every student to be pushed to their own personal limit, not the limit of the middle of the class. Ignoring this capability is a disservice to all your students. By sticking to a one-size-fits-all model, you are inevitably leaving some students behind and holding other students back. You are forcing them all to march at the same pace, regardless of their individual stride. The risk is that the struggling students will become discouraged and give up, while the advanced students will become bored and disengaged. AI offers a path toward truly personalized learning, giving each student the specific support and the specific challenge they need to thrive. It's not about replacing you, it's about equipping you to meet the needs of every child in your room. Let me tell you a story. It's not a dramatic one. There are no explosions. But it's a story that's happening in schools right now. Maria was a high school math teacher. A good one. She loved math. She loved her students. But she was drowning. She taught 5 sections of Algebra 2, which meant grading over 150 assignments every time she gave one. Her evenings were a blur of equations. Her weekends were a blur of red ink. She was exhausted. She was irritable. She was seriously considering a career change. She felt more like a paper pusher than a teacher. The joy was gone. One day, a younger colleague showed her an AI tool. It wasn't fancy. It was a simple program that could scan a student's handwritten math homework. It could identify the correct answers. It could highlight exactly where the student's calculation went wrong. Maria was skeptical. She worried it would encourage cheating. She worried it would make students lazy, but she was desperate, so she decided to try it for 1 week on one low-stakes homework assignment. She told her students what she was doing. She explained it was a tool for faster feedback, not a replacement for learning. The results were immediate. The AI handled the first pass grading in minutes, not hours. It correctly identified who had mastered the concept. It correctly identified who was struggling. Instead of spending her entire evening confirming that, yes, 7 times 8 is indeed 56, Maria could now see at a glance that 5 students were all making the same mistake on question 4. The next day in class, she didn't just hand back papers. She pulled those 5 students into a small group and retaught that specific concept. Maria didn't get replaced. She got liberated. The AI didn't take her job. It took her busy work. It took the most draining, least human part of her job and automated it, freeing her to connect, offer targeted support, and build relationships. Her student scores went up. Her job satisfaction skyrocketed. There is a gap opening in education. There is a gap opening in education. It is quiet, but it is widening every day. On one side are the schools. On one side are the districts. On one side are the teachers who are actively experimenting with AI. They are training their staff. They are developing policies. They are teaching students how to use these tools ethically and effectively. On the other side are those who are waiting for a directive from the top, waiting for the technology to be perfect, waiting because they're scared, waiting because they're skeptical, waiting because they're overwhelmed. That waiting is dangerous, because while you wait, your students are not. They live on the internet. They share tools on TikTok. They share tools on Discord. The kid who struggles to write a paragraph in your class might be using an AI to generate entire fantasy worlds at home. They are learning. They are experimenting. They are adopting these tools at a speed institutions cannot match. If you wait for your school to hand you a fully formed AI strategy, you will already be years behind the students sitting in your own classroom. This creates a deeply awkward and unsustainable power dynamic. How can you guide a student on the responsible use of a tool you don't understand yourself? How can you design assignments that are AI-proof if you've never tried using AI to complete them? You will find yourself making rules out of fear instead of rules based on knowledge. Your students will know more than you do. They will, consciously or not, lose a little respect for you. You will feel like you're losing control, not because you're a bad teacher, but because you're speaking a different language. The risk here is obsolescence, not of the teaching profession itself, but of a certain way of teaching. The teacher as the sole keeper of knowledge died with the search engine. The teacher as a curriculum delivery machine is dying now with the rise of AI. Your value is not in the information you hold in your head. Your value is in your ability to guide. Your value is in your ability to question. Your value is in your ability to inspire. Your value is in your ability to connect. If you spend all your time on tasks a machine can do, you are making yourself redundant. Don't wait. Start closing the gap yourself, one small step at a time. So, how do you start? The sheer number of AI tools out there can feel overwhelming, like standing in the cereal aisle of a massive supermarket. Don't try to taste everything at once. You will get a stomachache. The goal is not to become an AI expert overnight. The goal is to take one small, concrete, manageable step this week. That's it, one step. You don't need district approval. You don't need a budget. Many of the most powerful tools have free versions that are more than enough to get you started. Here is your homework: visual light bulbs, your quiz paper, calendar. It's a choose-your-own adventure. Pick one of these and do it today. Go to a tool like ChatGPT, Claude, Google's Gemini. Option 1. Ask it to do a piece of your work for you. Type, generate a 10-question multiple-choice quiz about the water cycle for 4th graders, with an answer key. See what it gives you. Is it good? Is it terrible? How long would it have taken you to write it? That's your first data point. Option 2. Ask it for ideas. Give me 5 creative project ideas for high school students studying To Kill a Mockingbird. 1 artistic, 1 writing-focused, 1 a group debate. Maybe 4 are garbage, maybe 1 is a spark. Option 3. Use it to help a specific student. Think of a student who needs material explained in a simpler way. Type, explain the concept of supply and demand to a 10th grader who is an English language learner. Use simple vocabulary and a real-world example involving sneakers. Copy and paste that explanation. Give it to the student, see if it helps. The key here is to move from abstract fear to concrete experience. You need to touch it, play with it, and see for yourself what it can and cannot do. Don't just read about it. Try it right now. Alright, let's address the scary parts. Because they are real. You are right to be worried about cheating. You are right to be concerned about privacy. And you are right to be skeptical of a technology that can sometimes confidently make things up. Ignoring these risks is just as foolish as ignoring the benefits. Using AI in the classroom requires a new layer of digital literacy and critical thinking for you and for your students. This isn't a magic wand, it's a power tool. And power tools can be dangerous if you don't know how to use them. First, cheating. Yes, a student can ask an AI to write an essay. They can buy an essay online. They can have their older sibling write it. The problem isn't new, AI just makes it easier. The answer is not to ban it. The answer is to change the assignment. Give assignments that require personal reflection, in-class discussion, specific textual evidence an AI would struggle to fabricate. Ask students to document their process, including how they used AI as a brainstorming partner or first draft editor. Teach them to cite AI as a tool. Second, AI makes mistakes. It hallucinates facts, sources, and data. Therefore, verify everything. Teach fact-checking and cross-referencing with reliable sources. Finally, privacy. Be extremely careful about entering any sensitive student information into a public AI tool. Do not type in student names. Do not type in grades. Do not type in personal details. Use anonymized data. Push your school and district to adopt educational versions of these tools, compliant with FERPA. Be the loud, annoying voice in the meeting asking, "But is this safe for our students' data?" Your caution is not a barrier to adoption. It is necessary for responsible adoption. Be smart, be safe, but don't be scared into inaction. No pressure. So here we are, at a crossroads. You can see the train coming. You can hear the whistle. You have 2 choices. The first choice is to do nothing, to keep your head down, hold on to the way things have always been done, hope that this whole AI thing just blows over. You can continue spending your nights and weekends on administrative tasks that a machine could do in minutes. You can continue to teach from a position of authority that is slowly eroding as your students become more fluent in these tools than you are. You can choose to become a relic in your own classroom. The second choice is to act. It doesn't require a revolution. It requires a single step. Try one tool. Automate one small, tedious task this week. Use the 5 minutes you save to talk to a student. Use the hour you save to leave work on time and have dinner with your family. See how it feels. Share what you learned with a colleague. Start a conversation. Model being a lifelong learner who is not afraid of new tools, using technology with integrity, curiosity, and a critical eye. Lead your students into the future instead of watching them run off without you. Your job might just depend on it. Don't get left behind. Start now. Pick one tool. Try one thing.